Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
And we're going to be talking about who's best for Bitcoin, Biden or Trump. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that because everybody wants to know if Biden wins, does that mean Bitcoin's going to go up? Because he's going to print. And if Trump wins, he can print less, just a little bit less. So, who's better? And it's all about the printer, really, at this point in time, how far Bitcoin's going to go, basically. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about that. And also, we're going to, recently, a news article that I just got a whiff of is Iran is buying Bitcoins in their central bank. Did you know that is like wartime? Basically, that's like declaring war on the United States. That's oh my God, I'm nervous, right? I'm real nervous.
It's going to be the second time this year. Come on.
What do you mean second time? What?
No, it wasn't this year that people were afraid. Oh, World War III, World War III.
About what?
Do you remember the missile crisis that was this year?
The virus crisis, yeah.
No, the missile crisis.
Missile crisis.
Missile crisis, sorry.
Missile crisis. Did they have some sort of missile crisis? I don't remember anyway. I don't remember if there was a missile crisis in Iran. They always have some. They always say that Iran's building some nukes, but I don't think they were talking about it this year.
Yeah, I remember that this year was some early some I don't know if it was in Iran or Iraq. Someone got killed, and everyone was saying that the United States was going to war.
No, that was last year.
That was last year?
That was
I
last
thought
year.
it was this year.
No, that was last year, where basically, they shot what's it called?
It was general or something.
Exactly. They killed some sort of general in Iran, and then afterwards, what's it called? America retaliated. Iran retaliated, and Trump just
Yeah,
Trump
there's
said,
echo.
what was that?
There's echo.
There's an echo now. Oh no,
Oh boy.
that's not good. That's not good. Okay, so let's see if we can fix that. All right, and how about now? Hopefully, there's no echo now. Anyways, so yeah, as I was saying. Hopefully, there's no echo now.
Yeah, you're great.
Okay, cool. Actually, you know what? I should put you on the earpiece here because, I think people could hear you, Chris. All right, there we go. Now, basically, what happened was, it was kind of strange, right? Because America attacked, they got upset, they attacked America, and America's like, it's okay.
That was very weird.
I know, it's weird. I know. Very strange, right? So, anyways, we're gonna be talking about Iran, doing that, right? Using the bitcoins to store their money, their wealth. I don't think that's a good idea, honestly. I think that's very, very dangerous to be the first person to do that. I think they should have waited for some other country, right? I don't know, China to get away with it. Maybe somebody a little bit smaller, right in between, but whatever. Anyways, we're gonna do some TA. We're gonna talk about what's going to happen next to Bitcoin. Where is it gonna go? And where should you set your buy orders? Because you know what? There's not like we're gonna be going back down to 10,000. Right? It's been I don't know how many days, more than 100 days. We've been over $10,000. I don't see us going below $10,000. Do you, Inti?
No.
All right, yeah.
Not anymore.
All right, before we get on to the TA, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes, as always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Alrighty, all right. So let's head over to my screen here. So I got my Stream Deck. Maybe I should move that a little bit closer so that it's easier to click the buttons. And yeah, as you can see, let's just go to the weekly first and chat about that. You can see we're already pulling back from this, going into this this trade location short, right? This is where the shorts, they come in hardcore in this red box here. And you can see we did the exact same thing down back here. The shorts just came in hardcore. Now, even we were looking for shorts. Me and Inti and I were looking for shorts, and we have a couple of them firing off right here.
Yeah, it's funny because my stop is his entry. So if my trade gets stopped, he enters.
Yeah, exactly. So this is my trade, and this was Inti's trade right here. So Inti's in the trade. I actually decided to get in on the trade a second time once I realized that it was bouncing. And let me bring up the chart actually. So what I did here, right? Let's look at the 4 hour. I was looking at it. I was like going, yeah, it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. And no, okay, fine. I'm gonna get another chance at it. I didn't think I was gonna get a Darth Maul candle, right? Darth Maul candle, right? Where basically, he's got the lightsaber on both sides, right? He comes and he wipes out both the longs and the shorts. Well, yeah, there was a Darth Maul candle. I think it was better on the hourly. You can probably see it. No, do you see the Darth Maul? No, it's not on the hourly. But anyways, right here you see this is a Darth Maul candle, wiping out the longs, wiping out the shorts, right? And I managed to pick up some at the top here, as it pick up a short on the top here as it went back down. So I knew that I probably wasn't going to get in at the 78.6 because that's my Hail Mary trade, right? That's what I was interested in, especially since we have the reason why we got into this Hail Mary trade once again is because on the 4 hour we have a double divergence, right? Let me just do that again for you guys that missed that. All right, right here, you can see from here to here is a divergence, and from here to here is the other divergence, and it's also visible on the MACD, but I'm not going to go over that. And you can see the divergence as price action from here to there, right, is actually going higher, but the indicators are going lower. And again, from here to there, right, again going lower, and then it confirms, right? Once they confirm, right, you don't run into a short as it confirms. That's how you get wrecked, right? It got confirmed on this candle right here. And so if you wanted to go, yeah, break it down, I'm gonna do a short, you got seriously wrecked, right? So you have to wait for the market to come back at you and give you an opportunity to get in on the short. So come back at you, right? And that's where I like the my Hail Mary trade, right? 78.6, right? You start praying, right? As it comes, because it comes barreling right at you, right? When it does, it comes barreling at you. You'd be like, am I making the right trade here? So that's why I call it the Hail Mary trade, right? And yeah, it looked like it was coming barreling right back at me, and no, not quite. 61.8 was I think your entry point, right?
Not quite. My entry point was the fractal on the 4 hour.
I see. And which fractal was that? Which one?
I don't know if you guys see it.
Because here's the 4 hour right here.
Yeah.
In front of us right now. I'm looking at it.
Yes.
Do you show me point to the fractal here? Look on the screen right here.
Yes, I know. I want to see exactly. It wasn't there.
No?
It was that candle.
This candle?
Yeah. It's the end of it. The bottom of the wick, I entered right there, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay. So these three candles right here?
Yes.
Is the fractal that you're talking about. I see what you're talking about. All right. So what a fractal is basically when you see three candles, right? A fractal is three candles, and you see that they have a top candle, right? And the top candle is the highest point, and then the first candle is always has a lower point, right? But this lower point is not lower than this one, and on the third candle is lower. This lower point is lower than the middle candle, but it can't go higher than the top point of this candle, and so that's considered a fractal. And then you can reverse that, of course, on if you're going upward. So right here is the reversal. This one, right, is the reverse fractal, where it's actually going a bullish fractal, and this was the bearish fractal right here. These three candles, so you can see them, right, and that's what he was looking. That's what he was trading off of. So those who want to know what a fractal is. Okay, so yeah, I was looking at the 61.8, which was I was considering the 61.8. Actually, I did do the 61.8, and I got pushed out on the first try. And then I said, okay, fine. If I get pushed out on the first try, I'll do the 78.6. And looks like it does get in there. It looks like my numbers must have been off on my trade, because my entry was a little bit higher. Look at that. The 78.6 got hit on the Darth Maul. Oh, look at that. I must have drawn my fibs wrong the first time around. Yeah, that happens, right? Alrighty. So yeah, the third. That's funny. It's almost at the 666. Let's see here. 13666. Look at that. Those bastards, man. I love that. Anyways, still not out of the woods here, right? If Bitcoin, you can see there's a little bit of an issue here that we're not, even though we're in the trade here, doesn't mean for sure we're going to get it, right? Because look at this. Look at this. You can see, let's see here. Let's go to the bottom candle bodies here. You can see that there's a little bit of a trend line happening here, and we could end up bouncing off this trend line and then going higher. So we could get wiped out here. We have to break this line. Once we I think once we break this point right here, I think we're golden. If we close the 4-hour close below this, the 13,000 level, I think we're golden. Both Inti and I did enter in on trade here, and then we're heading down. All right, so enough with Bitcoin, right? And where we're going? Actually, I forgot. Before I go on to Ethereum, I should talk about where we're going with Bitcoin. So basically, I would say. At the very least, we'll get all the way down to the 12,700 level, bare minimum, right? We might do a little bit more, but we're probably going to have to check this level and then come back down to do a little bit more. So I'm waiting for that little bit more with my trade. I'm not going to just accept this particular AB equals CD, right? That Bitcoin is showing. All right, next is Ethereum. Poor Ethereum, man. Poor Ethereum. I'm kind of happy. I want to buy Ethereum. I actually tweeted that out today. Let me just head up to my tweet here. This is what I'm gonna do with my Bitcoin, my cash from the gold. Basically, I'm going into the Ethereum, and I'm having troubles with my bank. Because they're not letting me have the cash, because once you deposit cash in the bank, it's not yours, right? And and if they don't want to give it to you, that's totally up to them, right? Because it's not yours. It belongs to them, right? And so they're making a big deal of giving me my cash to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and that's just the way it is, right? I hate it. It's always been a problem for me. And I'm looking forward to the renaissance that we have when we don't have to deal with some banker telling me what I can do with my money. Right? I mean, it's ridiculous. Right? So, anyways, This is good for me, personally. I think because I know that we're going to probably come back down to the 61.8 at the very least before we go any kind of bounce. And if we fail, right, the 78.6 has to hold this thing. A failure of that, and we break down. If we break down here, let me just make sure my fibs are correct. Right? I don't want to do that again. If we break down through the 30 and break down through the 308, it's lights out, lights out, lights out for Ethereum, right? For a while, right? We're gonna see Ethereum. Well, I don't see it going more than the $234 level, but for sure we should see a bounce on the 200 daily moving average. I can't see it. I cannot see Ethereum not bouncing there. And if it comes down to the $230 level, it's got to do like some big wick on a daily kind of thing before it goes. It's not going to go any lower. I will find it very difficult to see that happening. I find it difficult to see that happening. It going below significantly below $234 at all, or even below the 200-day moving average. All right. With that said, if you're not watching this video live, you're missing out. Right? There's lots of important information for everybody who's watching this live, and you want to see this thing live in vivo, right? So to do that, all you have to do is purchase basically a DJ15 token, right? And then you could be a part of the group where we actually provide the link to our videos that we're doing live before they get edited. And so join us there. And also, if you don't want to go through the whole process, I mean, because it is a little bit of a process, but you know what? I think you should do it because it's a learning thing. You will be able to learn something new and cool, right? And basically, all you have to do is head over to the description, right? You can see in the description below, and then there is links to how to buy the DJ15 token, how to enter into the group, and you'll be able to enter the group. So click on these two videos, watch these two videos, and learn something new, and join us in our live studio with our live studio audience, and be part of the question and answer period. And hey, guys, watching live, don't forget, get your questions lined up, right? For right after the video. Okay. Also, don't forget to hit the like. Hit that like, smash that like button, right? And yeah, if you're watching this video live, make sure you watch the edited version and hit that like too. All right, thank you. All right, I want to thank all the 150 new subscribers since yesterday, right? Who have joined us. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I can't believe all the love that I'm getting, and I want you guys to continue to help out and by just watching and hit the like button, right? Thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe. All right. Also, if you realize, hey, you know what, the DJ15 token thing is not for you, and you want to also get some trade ideas and stuff like that we've been placing into our Telegram group, right? As you can see right here, this is the group that me and Inti post our trades in. We have a little bit of fun. You can see we're having a little bit of fun here. If you want to be a part of that, right? Oops, my mouse is dead. Please, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe now button here and join this group. Try it out for 1 month first, right? You don't have to do like a whole year, 2 years first, right? Try it out for a little bit and get 70% off, right? And see if you like the group and so forth, yeah. And then you can like always later on purchase more subscription. All right. Well, let's get on with the news of today. Before we get on to the main topic, is Iran. Oh my gosh, right? We're hearing that Iran's central bank may start accumulating Bitcoin. It has begun. it, seriously, folks, man. Uh, it's going to be the best investment. Bitcoin's going to be the best investment of every person's lifetime that's alive today on the planet. Even someone who just got born right now, they'll never see anything like this happen ever, right? For a very long time. Maybe for another few hundred years. No investment will beat out what Bitcoin is about to do, right? For another few hundred years afterwards. Easily. You are in the epicenter of the biggest wealth transfer in human history. In fact, we'll be looking back at this and going, man, we can't think of any other human history event that caused so much wealth to be moved in one direction and to one place. You won't be able to come up with something like that. Nothing. And it starts with the central banks buying Bitcoin. Right? Because they're behind the curves, right? They've got a lot of gold. They have like 17% of all gold in the world, right? And they have zero Bitcoin, as far as we know, right? So far. The Iranian government has amended its regulations on cryptocurrencies to allow them to exclusively use for funding and imports at time of increased pressure on the country's normal use of hard currencies. Yes, because they're being sanctioned by the United States. And this is not the greatest thing for Bitcoin, but at the same time, once we get to $1 trillion market cap, we know that they're going to come. The United States government's going to come, right? They're going to be coming full force because they have to, or else they're dead. The cabinet amended a previously issued legislation on the use of cryptocurrencies in Iran by directing digital monies into the Central Bank of Iran funding mechanism for imports, according to the Saturday report by the official Iran news agency, I guess. The report said the new regulations have been enacted in response to a joint proposal by the CBI and the Iran Ministry of Energy. So I guess the Central Bank of Iran. Yeah, wow. So there it is, folks. This is the beginning of the end. I don't like the fact that Iran is the first, but somebody had to be first. So because the reason why I don't like Iran being first, because they could bomb. The United States can bomb them into freaking next year, right? And that is most likely the next move, right? So in order to scare people away, scare other countries away from using Bitcoin in the central banks, but if they could hold off the wrath of the United States until other countries start piling in to Bitcoin, then they really it's just a waste of time for them to bomb, a waste of time and money for them to bomb Iran, right? So they just have to hold off the wrath of the United States until other countries start to follow, and then they can survive. They won't be attacked by the United States. Of course, they'll make up some BS saying, "Oh yeah, they've got weapons of mass destruction, blah 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 blah, whatever, right?" As the reasons why they're attacking Iran, but we all know it will be because of this central bank decision. Okay, because it gets around the sanctions and stuff like that. Alrighty. My next topic, right, is this, right? When I read this, Dutch police seized 33 million in Bitcoin from a couple accused of money laundering. And if you read through this, right, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, right? But they talk about how, they found all this money from these people, and yeah, they're money laundering. Exactly how and what, and you don't know. They're just accused, and they're guilty, and that's it. This whole article does not give you the whole sense that maybe they didn't do anything illegal. They just didn't pay their taxes, or didn't properly pay the taxes, or didn't properly announce the information of what they were doing, right? It's just this is money laundering. Sorry, right? And that's it. So maybe they were doing stuff legally, or they just didn't follow all the rules and didn't know about it. And but because it doesn't matter. Ignorance of the law is not a defense. You're money laundering. Sorry, goodbye, right? And because of that, I'm skeptical, right? After reading this article, I'm skeptical that these guys actually did something illegal. I'm very skeptical of that. And it was just to make it. It sounds like this is just a fair tactic for the government, and basically it smells like propaganda. This whole article smells like propaganda. And I expect I'm afraid that I might get, because looking at this, I could easily be considered a money launderer too, based on the limited information that they've provided here. It's scary. So now on to the main topic, is whether or not who's better for Bitcoin, right? Basically, right, no matter who wins, right, I agree with this statement. We're still going to have, whoever wins in November, we're still going to have a November and a December. Right? I think we get a double brr with Biden. Right? But either way, Ethereum and Bitcoin wins, right? With the brr. Because they get the brr. Right? We're going to get absolutely pummeled with cash. Well, not us. Corporations. You might get a little bit of pissed on, right? Revived by the government. They get a little bit of trinkle. A slight golden shower, right? From the government.
Oh my God. Can you say that on the live video?
Oh my God. Maybe I went too much on that one. Ah, damn. Oh my God, I'm having too much fun. Too much fun.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you might get a little bit, right? But anyways, the majority is going to corporations. And you won't find the major corporations like Apple, Microsoft, and all those guys. They're so entrenched with the system that they're not going to move their cash holdings into Bitcoin, because they're guaranteed a higher percentage increase, either by their revenue or by the government making sure that we'll take care of you, right? By not taxing you, by not doing certain things to ensure that your revenue continues to grow faster than the amount they print. So they are they're immune, so they don't need to worry about protecting their cash flow, whilst everybody else below them, they do. So it's going to be interesting, right? And then once those peons below the major corporations start to move in, the guys who are at the top, right, for the Warren Buffetts and all those guys, they'll realize that they'll get more cash, but then that cash will not have any meaning if all the other guys are accepting Bitcoin. So it's going to be interesting. Basically, what I think in the end is that, here, let me just go back to my main profile, that buying Bitcoin is the only vote that will force real change. Because we're not going to get any change from either one of these clowns. Choosing between Trump and Biden is like choosing between a murderer and a rapist, and to take care of your child. It's just, you wouldn't want to choose either of them, right? Basically, so I'm not interested in either of them in this selection, and I really think that anyone who thinks this is true, right? They've lost their minds. Right? Don't you agree?
Yes.
All right.
If you think the government is going to actually take care of you, you are living in another planet. It's that
Exactly.
simple.
Exactly.
It has always been like that. It's
Yeah.
always been like you taking care of it
Exactly.
by being a slave.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, that's how I feel about the government and how I think what I see with Biden and Trump. It's the same stuff, same feces, different pile. Right. Right.
That's a way to say it, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you're watching this video in the edited version, the people who are watching live, hang on there. We're going to be doing the Q&A afterwards, so look out for that. And if you want to join the Q&A, remember what we said. Just join Pandora's wallet or purchase the DJ15 token. Information is in the description below. All right. Thank you for watching. Cheers, people.
Bye.
Alrighty, so I guess I shouldn't have tried that audio thing. I was like working on getting Inti a mic, but the mic ends up just echoing, right?
Yeah.
Sucks. Oh well, nothing we can do. We tried and we failed. We'll try again another time. I thought it was working because remember we tested it. We did a test recording, right?
Yeah, the recording had echo, remember?
Yeah, it was a little bit of an echo. Yeah, that's right. You're right. And I thought I deleted it, but I guess not. Okay. All right. So what's the first question that we have for today, Inti?
Okay, so we have wait a second. Okay. So the first question I think is going to be for K Wins said man from Twitch, and this person asks, what reason do they state, referring to the banks, for not giving your money?
They don't give a reason for not giving your money. They just say, "Oh well." First off, right? When I tried to transfer it, I couldn't transfer more than 3 million at a time. Then they said, when I called them up and said, "Hey, can you increase it so I could transfer more?" They asked me, "Well, where am I transferring it to? Can't you do it another way?" And I'm like, "What? What? I just don't want to do an interbank transfer. It's easy, right? Just send me can you send it? Can you send it? Here's the location. Just send it." And they said, "Well, what do you want to do it for? What do you want to send it to?" I said, "To buy cryptocurrencies." And she's like, "What? I don't understand." And he said, "Okay, fine. To buy acciones, or actually to buy stocks, right? That's what it means. Acciones is in Spanish is stocks." And so then she says, "Okay, fine. I'll get back to you." And then she sends another letter saying, "Hey, why don't you just buy the stocks from us?" And I'm like, and then I realized something actually.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know if you buy a stock from a bank or a brokerage house, they legally do not have to buy the stock?
Oh,
Did you know that?
no.
They can actually take the opposite side of the bet and just give you a derivative, right? So they say, so basically what it is like, oh, you bought XYZ stock, right? But they don't give you the stock, right? They just take the what's it called? They just say, okay, well we've got the cat. If the stock goes up and you want to sell, they have to pay you the difference. They have to pay you out, like pay you out for that when it went up, right? Even though they didn't actually sell the physical stock, they just paid it out. That's called a derivative, basically. So you're just exposed to the price of movement of the stock, not actually owning the stock. Did you know that?
No, I never knew that.
Yes.
Oh.
Not all of them. Not always. They don't always do that, and not every single brokerage does that. But banks love to do that, mostly. And then one of the advantages they have, right, of that doing so, is that the central bank, they sometimes go into deals with the central banks in order to say, okay, listen, you know what? If we win, if we win, we get to keep the profits. But if we lose, you're gonna bail us out. And usually, the central bank says, yeah, we're gonna do that. And you know what? Another thing that they'd like to do is believe because they have this contract. Keep in mind, a contract, right, is only as good as the government's willing to, the people the other side's willing to execute on their side of the agreement, right?
Yes.
And so, aren't you afraid that the central bank might negate, just say, no, we decided not to, right? Because that's a possibility. They could just go, no, too bad. What are you gonna do? Sue us? Right?
Yeah.
We got the government behind us, right? And then the government could also say, can negate the contract as well, which they have done many, many times. Even the United States government has negated on contract, reneged on contracts. You're like, what? The United States government never negate. Oh yeah? What happened in 1971 when they went off the gold standard? That was a promise. That was a contract. What happened when the government went off when the government promised every American $20 an ounce, right, for gold, and then they said no, give me all the gold, and we're not giving you any gold, right, and they're going to change the price to $35. That was breaking your contract. Okay, so don't tell me no government breaks the contract. Now, with that understanding, right, as a banker, right, if I'm the banker and I'm doing this crap, right, what am I going to do? I'm going to create derivatives to make sure that not only if they break their contract, it also destroys everybody else around me, right? And they all go collapsing as well. So that's how they've accomplished. This is what the bank wants to do, right? For me, is like really screw me over. And on top of that, this is what's going to happen to Bitcoin, right? I want to get back to Bitcoin now. When you buy gold, when you're going to buy Bitcoin at a bank, they'll not hold Bitcoin.
Well, that's
this will dampen. This will dampen the price going forward. So yeah, I hope I'm wondering if I went off a little bit off topic on the question there.
No, actually no. That was the question.
Yeah,
why didn't you want to give your money?
Yeah, and so
exactly because of that.
Because they want to take that cash and use it for something else, basically. They're probably just not going to even give me the stocks that I want. They'll just give me a derivative exposure.
It's the worst deal ever.
Yeah.
Well, we have a question from Kev Allen. It says, "Have you? No, sorry, Kev. Your question was so relevant that become a topic in the video. Shagway Recordings ask, what is the 61.8 and 78.6? Please, can someone enlighten me?
What is the 61.8? The 61.8 is a Fibonacci level. If you look up what Fibonacci is, basically it's everything functions off of Fibonacci. Everything grows. Everything in nature works off of Fibonacci. If you look it up, it's incredible. You'll be like, what the frig? How's this possible? Off of one number, off of a set of a string of numbers. Everything from plants to animals grows based on the Fibonacci level even from the 61.8. It's like you'd be like, what? How is that possible? Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, when you learned that in classes, right? It's just freaky.
It's amazing. The Fibonacci numbers are in the shape of in the shape of the galaxies, in the shape of Earth, in your cells, in your DNA. Everything is related to those numbers. The way, as Davinci said, the way plants grow, and why is because it's the way, like, the more efficient number, let's call it the more efficient number that there is, right? Like, it's a relationship between numbers that I wouldn't know how to explain it, actually.
It's incredible stuff.
It's incredible. You have to look for videos
exactly.
About it.
It's just amazing. You'll be blown away when you watch the videos on Fibonacci. I'll see if I can find some for you later on, and maybe we'll do a show on that, because it's just absolutely. You're like, no, no, no.
We could do a whole show
Yeah,
talking
exactly.
only about numbers.
Exactly.
Talking about Fibonacci's
I know.
and fractals and stuff like that.
I know,
Could be
exactly.
hours
It's
talking
crazy.
about it.
It's crazy. All right. Next question.
Next question. Okay, so Vitanana has just asked something regarding Pandora's wallet and said, can you explain about atomic swap and how can we run a token server node and when can we see a third-party recovery key?
Oh, well, okay. First off, right, there was an idea that I had, in order because I didn't think that any kind of decentralized exchange was coming into the future, and I figured I was going to build build up on my own in Pandora's wallet. Ever since Ethereum's what's it called, Uniswap took off, and it seemed to have everything that people need, even though the transaction fees are pretty high. It doesn't matter. People are using it. It has the liquidity, and yeah, it works. Maybe so. Going forward, I don't think I'm going to use that idea. I'm probably going to integrate Uniswap into Pandora's wallet, and then also all the other cryptocurrencies that are out there that don't exist on Ethereum, we'll start wrapping them. Basically, if they don't exist on Ethereum as a wrapped coin, maybe our company will wrap them and just place them on Ethereum, because it doesn't make any sense to do anything else. Because it's already there, right? People, the liquidity, the understanding, the what's it called? The ability to earn wealth using the providing liquidity on the on Ethereum, and actually having that feature actually inside Pandora's wallet, so that you could actually provide liquidity. Because most of the time, here's the thing: when you're dealing with your wallet, like in Pandora's wallet, right? Most of the time, the currency is just sitting there in your wallet. It's doing nothing for you, right? And you're just waiting. You're just waiting for the to sell half on a double, right? You're waiting to buy something, right? So imagine if we converted Pandora's wallet so that you could actually earn interest safely, right, on Uniswap, whilst you're waiting for what's it called, prices to change, the waiting for you're selling half on a double, or waiting to your buy order, and then you're earning. Isn't that better?
Much better.
Yeah, exactly. There is risk, right? Of course, the risk of impermanent losses, but at least you're not risking the complete loss of your wealth, right? And when you're doing you're providing liquidity. So and then think about this, right? When you're providing liquidity, right? Who makes the most money in this cryptocurrency space? Is exchanges. Now, imagine if all that wealth that they've been making goes to you instead, as a person who's trading in Pandora's wallet. Isn't that better?
I think so. I think so.
So,
but with the advent of decentralized exchanges, are you going to implement that on Pandora's wallet in the future?
I think that's the best way to go, than coming up with my own methodology, right? And so, yeah, because it's already done, right? And it works really well. And on top of that, people can provide liquidity through our software, and not have it sitting around, having their cryptocurrencies just sitting around waiting to sell half on a double. They could actually try to earn a little bit of money whilst they're waiting for the prices to move. I think that's an ingenious idea, don't you think?
Yes, though I don't understand it fully.
What?
Though I don't understand it fully.
Well, what are you not understanding? Because I'm sure other people are not understanding fully.
I would like to answer that because I don't really know what to ask, to be honest.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, next question.
Okay, next question. So we have something from Bas Malasa that says, Can you show an example of how to calculate probabilities when taking decisions? Maybe with Ocean. Ah, you clever guy. You want to yourself a TA request, right? What do you think, Davinci? Should we give it to him?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
All right.
How to calculate probabilities when taking decisions?
Well, probabilities when making decisions is basically based on what pattern you're looking at, right? So, for example, let's bring up what was his ticker symbol he wanted us to bring up.
Ocean?
Ocean? Is this Ocean?
Yeah.
How do I spell that?
O-C.
Oh, sorry. O-C.
There it is.
C-A-N. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Ocean. Oh, God, no.
That is not an ocean to me. That is a puddle.
This is puddle. Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's see if we can find some sort of pattern here. Okay, so alrighty. So what's the probability that this W goes into, let's just say we were looking for this a W, right? What was the probability of this W going higher? Well, really, it was really high if you look at the Fibonacci levels. Look where the W actually bounced off of.
61.8.
So what was the probability of this is pretty high, right?
Because it's pretty high because we always look for that level.
Mm-hmm. And if you research it, right, 61.8, right, about more than 60% of the time, prices likes to back away from the 61.8. More than 60% of the time. And that's just based on, what historical behavior, right? And you can see, like clockwork, we backed away from the 61.8. So you could actually do that again here as well.
For example, what are the probabilities of a reversal out of a double bottom or a double top? Pretty high too, right?
Mm-hmm. So again, we're here, down here, we created a nice, beautiful W, but the problem is, right, this W is broke out from the 78.6 or closer to the 88.6. So don't be surprised if we come all the way back down here, because the probabilities based on the short coins that are around here, they always come back to this 88.6 more often than not. I would say probably between the 78.6 and just above this breakout level is where you'd probably want to start buying this this particular asset of Ocean, because the ocean is empty. Alrighty, so that's what I would suggest based on probabilities. All right.
Next question.
Next question.
Okay, so Bobby Nichols asks.
It's gonna be the last question.
It's going to be the last question. Oh my God. Okay. Oof. Okay. So I already said Bobby Nichols. I'm not going to take it away from him.
Exactly.
He said, "Will XRP, in DJ opinion, will be the banker's coin? Your true thoughts on XRP in the digital world?"
If it was gonna be the banker's coin, it would have been already. Right.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Because they've already started talking about the central bank digital currency, CBDC. So that means that they're going in a different direction, other than XRP. So they're done.
Oh.
They're pretty much done.
What awaits for XRP? Wasn't it like the big goal was to be used by banks?
Yeah, but they're not. They
What's
have
left?
They're screwed. Their plan. Their whole direction was to replace SWIFT, XRP, right, which is the interbank transfer mechanism, and it's the ADA as well, and all the other transfer messaging system, right? Basically for transferring wealth from cash from one bank to another bank outside the country. and that was their plan, and they haven't gotten to it. They haven't haven't seen that to fruition. So I don't see them being successful. They just have to stay alive right now at this point for the Bitcoin pump, so they can dump out of this.
Oh, so we have to look forward for that.
Yes, exactly.
Ouch. That are not very good news.
Yeah, so they're probably going to dump on their XRP army, right? And anybody else who decides to buy XRP in the next altcoin run. So look out for that. I'm walking away from XRP. I have a lot of XRP, but I'm gonna walk away in the next pump. So I'm gonna be selling half on a double, like the little old lady, and then somewhere near the top, where I see the top, I'm just gonna get completely out and not look back. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your questions. Really appreciate it. I love answering all your questions, and yeah, I learn a lot, and I also reminds me of all the things that I've learned as well, and keeps me fresh and keeps me thinking all the time. So thank you guys, and yeah, I will see you guys on Monday. Cheers.
Cheers, people. Bye.